a confession to make. I do. Sarah was just hanging out on the camera there for one whole minute. I guess I just wasn't compelled to say anything, and I was kind of just acclimating to being on the camera in this shot because I'm not really super familiar with this shot. Let me see if I can get my shirt in here. I just really want you to see this shirt. Okay, you've seen it. So, I wanted to make a video talking a little bit more about me. And generally I find these videos very annoying when they're done by humongous profile influencers. That's the word I'm looking for. Humongous profile YouTube influencers. That's the word those are the words that I was looking for. I've not been doing well. Okay, I have and I haven't. I've been doing okay. I had a major breakup around this time last year, and it threw me off completely. I never should have gotten in that relationship, and even though I was in that relationship, even if I had gotten into that relationship, even though I never got into it, I never should have gotten into it. I could have definitely ended it before it got as bad as it did. But I didn't. And now my dog is hungry because I forgot to feed him the lunch I made him. I wonder if he can wait. Maybe this video will be short. Okay, I'm wearing a glove because I burned my hand. But anyway, got into a bad breakup because I got into a relationship that I shouldn't have even been in the first place, thanks COVID. I want to tell you about this relationship because there's all kinds of things, all kinds of like red fucking flags with it that I just didn't pay attention to. And the first one of them being, I actually didn't like this guy the first time I met him. Okay, it's not that I didn't like him. It's not that I was like, wow, I hate him immediately. But I met him, and I thought he was okay, but I was not interested in him. And then we started getting to know each other better because we lived within the vicinity of each other. And basically, it was just not a relationship that ever should have continued, that should have gone on as long as it did. However, I think that everyone was in like a really, really messed up state with COVID. I definitely was. COVID fucked me up. COVID like ruined my life, essentially. I think it ruined a lot of people's lives. I know that's like very extreme language, but I'm talking about like more, not just the COVID itself, but the fact that I got into this relationship with this guy. That ruined my life more than COVID. And it never would have happened had it not been for COVID. So anyway, that was a bad place. That was a messed up place. That was a place I never should have been. But I was there and now I'm out of it. And I'm also just saying that like, that fucked me up a lot. This failed relationship really fucked me up, but at the same time I allowed it to. So that's also on me. I could eat some of this. Wow. Bro. I'm hungry. Okay. So, yeah. I was in this bad relationship. Didn't work out. Obviously, threw me off completely, obviously. And I'm not just saying, like, the relationship itself, like, ending threw me off. The relationship as a whole threw me off. Here you go. That wasn't your bowl. There, bon appetit. Bon appetit, go ahead. fucked me up a lot. I let it. But this guy I was with was just so not the guy for me. He was like 100 fucking percent not the guy for me. He definitely had some good qualities about him. And like, I think it actually is really mature when all people can do about their ex significant other is talk about how much they suck and how shitty of a person they are. And I think that's very likely true a lot of the time, but at the same time, like, you were in a relationship with that person, so you did put yourself in that situation. Okay? But I'm just saying, this guy that I was with was not a terrible person. He definitely had a lot of qualities about him that were not compatible with me. And instead of me being mature and being like, okay, this clearly isn't going to work, I was like, oh, maybe it'll work. So it was my fault too for having been in this relationship. And the thing that I've been telling most people is like, I had this idea of him in my mind. I had this idealized version of him in my mind. I knew I could see all his potential, and I was letting my idealized version of him in my mind cloud my judgment of the real fucking world. Okay? And I can probably thank COVID for that, at least partially. But yeah. And I also like I do voice recordings all the time, and I listen to them all the time because I think that's the most effective form of therapy that anyone can possibly have, is hearing yourself say the words that you are thinking. And to hear that on a recording is just something entirely different than watching a video of you or even writing something down. And bonus points if it's not on a phone, but if it's on a phone, that's okay. I also wanted to be in a relationship. You know, it's fun to be in a relationship. It's a good time to be in a relationship. It's convenient to be in a relationship. Like, you've got a built-in friend, right? You've got a built-in like best friend who you're with and you live with, most likely. He and I also lived together. But eventually, like towards the end of our relationship, I was like having doubts, but I was also ignoring those doubts. And let me tell you, I drew a card. I'm going to try to find it now, but I'm having trouble grabbing this. I did my tarot cards and I drew a card. I drew some cards. I'm going to find the card that I drew. And this was like seriously 1 week before our relationship ended. But listen, I'm saying that yes, this guy was not good for me, but I personally also was not listening to myself, and I was not being mature and looking at the situation objectively and being like smart about it. One thing I actually remember thinking, I forgot about it until I picked up these cards, was if I weren't me and someone else had my exact story, if I were a different person completely and someone else came to not me as with my story, what would I tell her? In my exact situation, what would I tell that woman? And I thought, oh, I would tell her to break up with him. But anyway, I think COVID really fucked up a lot of people, and I think we actually really need to talk about it. Honestly, I was hanging out with someone recently, and we actually started talking about COVID and how just all the things that happened to us during it. And like, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your stance on it was, it doesn't matter anything, none of that matters, okay? Because it's in the past now. We're fucking over COVID. I think this is the one I found. Okay, yep, that was the one. Let me show you. I drew this card 1 week before we broke up. Sorry, I can't. It's not focusing properly. That's the card I drew. And the description booklet says, like, this is... Well, let me just see what it even says. Oh, no. Oh, shit, dude. Where is it? I don't have it. What the fuck? Is that right? No, it's not, because it's right here. Whew. That is Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so I burned my hand because I don't have a proper oven mitt. And I was just using a folded dish towel. And I put the cast iron in with the steaks in the oven. And I had the folded towel and I pulled it out. But I touched it with the corner of my hand. But there's Baby Yoda, right? So cute. So that is how I burned my hand. Anyway. We are in front of two aspects of the same thing that once united will be ready to fly, but not until a great transformation has occurred. The transfer, however, will be precarious and full of obstacles and worries. The desire to conclude a situation that is currently on hold, such as a contract or financial project, could result in arguments or problems. And that immediately made me think of my relationship. And instead of being like, why is that making me think of my relationship? I need to think about this logically. I was like, oh, well, yeah, we have issues in our relationship, but we'll figure it out. Some denial shit. We didn't figure it out. That was the outcome. But listen, I want to talk more about me because I feel like I haven't been making as many videos lately. And I haven't been making as many quality videos lately. And I'm sorry this video is already so fucking long. I always want to talk for so long, and for most of the time when I talk for a long time, at least in a lot of my voice recordings, I don't say a whole lot. I say a lot of words, but a lot of the things I say are useless. Anyway, I just want to tell you that I've been totally off my game for the past year. I'm like, no, I haven't been like in a really bad place, but I haven't been in the best place. Just forget about my stupid relationship that ended, okay? I'm happy that's over. It's a good thing we broke up because we were gonna fucking break up eventually anyway. But I'm just saying, like, because of that happening, I let myself get completely off the rails to the point that was pretty unreasonable. And I'm going to say something about me, and I'm not exactly proud of this, but when I've been in a bad situation of any sort that really affects me, what I tend to do is I tend to just kind of obsess over it. I'll talk about it. I'll mull it over. I'll tell all my friends about it. What else will I do? I'll just overanalyze it to the point that it's just like, okay, is all of this really necessary? And I even get to the point where I'm annoyed with myself for continuing to like go over it. But then, more often than not, I'll actually usually have a dream. I'll have some kind of dream that's telling me like, you have talked this thing, you have beat this dead horse like 50 times. Let's move on, you know? So I'm definitely beyond that point now, which is great. But anyway, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry I haven't been on my game for you. Truly. Like, all the things I really want to do that I'm really capable of doing that I just haven't done because I've been being a lazy bum and screwing around on apps and shit. Like, I'm so much more entertaining than everything that I've shown you guys on this YouTube channel. Honestly, I'm capable of so much fucking more and so much fucking better and working so much harder. And I just want to say that I'm sorry that I got myself into this state. And I'm getting out of it now, is my point. I'm getting out of it right now. Because, as you guys saw earlier, I'm about to call Bobice. That's some early internet shit that is still hilarious to me. And it pretty much always will be. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't. And I'm also not going to tell you. I watched this gal named Ori Katerina on... Okay, here's something else. We're going to get back to Ori Katerina in a moment. But my neck is fucked up, B. My neck be real fucked up. Like, I don't stretch it. It's all tense. I've made it worse. And I'm finally trying to make it better. Like, I've done so much body work throughout the years. My feet are way better. My neck actually is way better because I've done a little bit of work on it. My posture has improved, but, like, my neck is kind of the final frontier. One of the final frontiers. And I'm actually way taller than I look, even though I do look pretty tall. Because I have such a tense neck. And if my neck weren't so goddamn tense, then I would look better. Ori Katerina is this gal. I don't remember where she's from. I want to say the Netherlands. But she cleans. And she's so good at cleaning. And I love her videos. And she's so interesting and fun to watch and listen to. And she just, like, got a really nice apartment and improved her life, and because of her YouTube videos. And, like, I just have not improved in, like, over a year, I think. Like, I want more followers. I want more people to watch me for more quality reasons than they are currently. I need to be making more content. I need to be making different content, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but, like, I have been trying to go a different direction with my vids lately. Okay, I'm just saying with Ori Katerina is, like, and with other people I've seen too on the YouTube, like Chai with a C. Oh, she's so hilarious. Okay. Ori Katerina and Chai with a C advanced in their whatever it was that they wanted to do. And you can physically see them advancing in their vids, which is very cool. And I want y'all to see that for me. Okay? Because it's really my duty to be a good example for all of you. Because, let's be real here, a lot of y'all need it. So, here's a really high bar I'm going to set for myself. I want to meet Seth MacFarlane. I don't want to just meet him at a stupid, like, meet and greet, because that shit is pointless. And I don't fucking need his autograph. But, like, I want to actually physically meet him and have a conversation with him, like, preferably on camera. And I know I can do it. And I know I will do it. So that's something I'm going to be working towards for y'all. And now you can hold me accountable. I also want to move. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment right now. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment right now with my 2 cats and a dog, and we make it work, but I want more space because I want to get a really nice piano. I actually have 2 goddamn pianos right now that I love very much, and I don't know if I'll ever part with them, but I want an even better piano than the ones that I have right now, because the ones that I have right now are actually, like, not the best quality. They're very dope, and I love them, and they'll always have a special place in my heart. I might be able to donate them at some point, but, like, I want a better piano. There's this piano that I used to play at one of the churches I used to go to, and it was a $15,000 Kawhi, and that was the nicest piano I've ever played in my life. I would like a piano like that, or better. I would actually maybe even like that piano specifically if I could acquire it. We'll see. I don't go to that church anymore though. Anyway, I want to meet Seth MacFarlane and have an actual conversation with him. I want to get a nicer piano, and I want to move to a bigger place. So those are my goals. And I also, probably most fucking importantly, want to make more quality videos and increase my followers for y'all. Watch me